Hello everyone, my name's Sean and welcome to the first episode in this brand new series of rebuilding the Arsenal. Now, the reason why I've chose to do this is simply, as a Manchester United fan, I've been looking at Arsenal in decline, much like ourselves, over the past, say, 10-15 years. Obviously they had Wenger, then they had Unai Emery, and now they got Mikel Arteta. And I just think, with the experience that them three managers have had, they still haven't addressed the underlying issue with Arsenal, which to me is pretty simple to see, and to Arsenal fans and to pretty much general football fans, is the defence. Arsenal are a great club, really good club. I used to love the fixtures between us and Arsenal, Wenger against Fergie. It was something to look forward to. Nowadays, it's not as good as it used to be, and that is because the board at Arsenal have just let the club decline over the last 10-15 years. Minimal investment in the wrong players, investment in the wrong coaches, investment in the wrong areas of the club, and investment, more importantly, in the wrong type of players that Arsenal have. When you look back at the great Arsenal sides, with Martin Keown, Patrick Vieira, Bergkamp, Thierry Henry, all these players who had swagger, especially Thierry Henry and Bergkamp, they had this swagger about Arsenal. Used to be such a great club, and now it's sad to see they're going the same way United did when Fergie left, as in they're going through managers. Personally, I hope Arteta does well, but given the track record with Arsenal's board, with Unai Emery and the money, I don't think he'll get the investment he's wanting. And if we take an example from United, it's took us 4 managers since Fergie left to get back to even getting into the top 4, and we're struggling to do that. So it is a big job with Arsenal, and they're not a small club, they are a big club. They're probably the biggest club in London, probably up there with, well, I would say they haven't won the Champions League and Chelsea have, but considering titles, League Cups, FA Cups and stuff, I personally, this is my own view, would say that they are the biggest club in London. Some people might not like that, but that's my own opinion. If you don't, let me know why in the comments below. That'd be a good conversation starter. So that's one of my own reasons for doing the series, but I thought it'd be a mint series to do, given we're coming to the end of the season now. They haven't really done nothing. Arsenal, Arteta's just took over, and I want to see whether I can bring Arsenal back to the top where they belong. So, as you can see on the screen, we've just started. We are now head coach at Arsenal Football Club, and one of the main things I'm going to do in this series is look at that defence, because it is shocking at the moment. They've got some, going forward, amazing. They've got, Aubameyang, Lacazette. They've got kids Martinelli. They've got Sacco. They've got a lot of good talent going forward. Midfield, bit of tweaking. They're not that there off. A few of the players I would get rid of straight away, which we will do, defensive wise, and even the keeper would say they're not up to scratch. And I would say that. I would say that about Manchester United defence, and I would say that about Arsenal's defence. They're not up to scratch. And as you can see, look how many league titles they've won, Premier League titles. They've won European Cup winners, UEFA Europa League Cup winners, FA Cup winners, a lot, League Cup winners, and Community Shield winners. They're not a small club, they're a big club. And the fact that they've been left to decline over these years, and by like Tottenham, yeah, they're not doing as well at the moment, but they have sort of pushed a little bit more under Pochettino. With Mourinho, give it him, he's only took over halfway through a season, and given what's gone on in the world, I don't know, but as we all know what Mourinho is, he only gets about 3 years, and then he sucks the life out of the club. He sucked the life out of United, and I didn't want him to get sacked, but he got sacked. But he did bring a bad vibe to United, and obviously when Solskjaer came in, he changed that. So Tottenham, the reason why I'm speaking about that is under Pochettino, they became a sort of mirror image of Arsenal, if that's right, where they started playing good football. They bought the right players, they brought through kids, they invested in the squad. Better be minimal with Daniel Levy, but they did what they needed to do to get to the Champions League final. Further, I would say, than Arsenal did. Not saying that Arsenal never won it, never got to a final. What I'm saying is they did a lot more by getting bigger teams to get to that point. But obviously Arsenal have done great things, the Invincibles and stuff like that. But we're getting off the point there a little bit. But as you can see, I am quite passionate about Arsenal. And as we can see here, there's a lot of dead wood at Arsenal, and a lot of players who Arsenal fans probably have a real good affiliation to. But personally, me, get him out the door. So first of all is Ozil. Don't like him. Never liked him. I think he's overrated. And he's overpaid, so he's one of the first ones going to go. Secondly, Xhaka. Didn't like what he did when he was moaning about being captain. I don't like the player at all. He's going to go. And Hector Bellerin. Some people might say, oh, he's a good right back. Always injured. Cocker. Doesn't even play that well. And no one's been linked with him in years. I mean, he was that time when he was at PSG and where they were linked to him in Barcelona, but don't do nothing. He's not... he's not a decent defender, I don't think. Anyway, Wan-Bissaka, good right back. Kyle Walker, good right back. There's better right backs in the league than him. He never plays, but yet people blow smoke up certain people and make him look good when he's not. But like I say, they do have a good attacking forward. Pepe, Saka, Aubameyang, Lacazette, Torreira in midfield, Guendouzi, who I do like, but he's another one where the jury's out on him with his attitude at the moment. So let's get into it. So they want us to basically, the chairman, the club vision is to play attacking football, play entertainment football, which is what Arsenal's all about. Sign players under the age of 18 for the future. We can do that. So we'll do that with the academy, and we'll do that by looking around the world for decent young players. Work within the budget, which I didn't, you're always going to expect that with Arsenal because they don't want to spend money. They want to qualify for Europa League. That would be a minimum for me. I would say Champions League, but if we get Champions League, that'd be great. But Europa League, absolute bare minimum. Reach semi-final in the FA Cup, which is minimum, and they're in the Europa League at the moment, and they want to reach the final as a minimum. That's good. So the end of next season, Miss Carabao Cup, they don't see it as important. So that could be, if we're not doing well in the league, could be our back door into the Europa League. We could win the Europa League, get Champions League, or win the Carabao Cup and get Europa League football. And then the end of next season, they want to be in the Champions League, and also after that season, working towards being recognised as the best of the rest and becoming the best of the rest. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Right. And finally, in 3 years, 3 years after my contract expires, they want to be challenging for the Premier League title. We're going to try and bring that forward a year or two, at least, I would say. So, let's get into it. So, we will set a save file up for this. New folder, and we'll name it Rebuild. Oh, if I can spell it right. Where's my U? Rebuild. So we'll save it, we'll name it as that, and we'll save this first one in there. So as I say, Arsenal, really big club, and I think have got a lot of potential to do really good things. I do think as in the defence, we really need to break it all down, sign a new keeper, sign a new 2 centre-backs, one good class centre-back, and I've already got one in mind who could potentially get on a loan with an option to buy. Another one maybe on a permanent deal, and then a right back. I've got a couple in mind for right back, young, who are experienced, but are just starting off in their career, but have Premier League experience, may I say. So yeah, so there we are. We're on 75 grand a week. Not bad, really. I'd be happy with that. We won't look at tactics for the moment. We'll accept the current version because that's what we want to go with. So we'll accept that. Pre-match preparation. We'll go with tactical. Blah, blah, blah. Right. Let's have a look at the main one. We're still aware. United have signed Harry Maguire. We've signed Pepe. And Hazard has gone to Real Madrid. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the team report. So Team report, assistant manager is saying we need a left back cover. Don't really agree with that. I mean, there's not really much. I mean, I wouldn't even really go on this. This is very poor, if I'm honest. There's a squad depth. We don't have much in the wings. We probably need to get someone in there, maybe a couple of loans, and the keeper. I mean, I don't really rate Leno. I probably rate Martinez at the moment more, but obviously in Football Manager it hasn't really done that way. Let's have a look at the finances. We have 6 million. Wow, that just shows how underinvested they have been. I mean, they spent 75 million on Pepe last season. They didn't actually spend 75. I think it's over like 3 or 4 years. So I think it's like 15 million a year or something like that. So as you can see, they're rich, but they don't give no money into it. So it's really bizarre. So I don't understand. But they're in debt. I mean, United are in debt. Chelsea, well, I don't know if Chelsea are in debt, but a lot of Premier League clubs are in debt. Bar City, who just have water pouring out of everywhere. But yeah, they've got a glorious history, and we're going to try and build on that. So let's have a look at the squad. So at the moment, let's just change this around. So going forward, I don't think we need to do much. We may sell Lacazette. And the reason behind that is he will generate a lot of money for us. I think Aubameyang is more suited to what I'm going to play with tactic-wise for this. So I think we may sell Lacazette, see if we can get about 50 million for, or even 60 million. He's valued at 53 million. So we'll see if we can get a little bit more than that for him. We got Martinelli, put Xhaka, Kolasinac, and Elneny, Hector Bellerin. Mustafi's going to go. Rob Holding's going to go. Bert Leno's going to go. Hector Bellerin's going to go. I mean, we're going to have no defence, but to do this properly, we need to rip the defence out of. So let's get putting these players on the transfer market. And the first one we're going to start off with is Mustafi. Now, I'm not expecting to sell these players straight away because I know no one's going to buy them, but we will get them up there. So he's valued at 18 million. I think if we put him up for about, say, 17 million under the asking price, we may get a little bit of attention for him, a bit of market stuff for him. David Luiz, in the game he's alright, but he's 32, valued at 16 million. And they've only just signed him, so we probably won't get rid of him anyway, so we're probably going to have to keep him. Xhaka, we're going to put him up for sale. Even though he is 4.5 stars, I personally don't like him, and I don't want him here, so we're going to get rid of him as well. We're going to put him up for a little bit cheaper, put him up for 26 million. And then finally, Ozil, we're going to put him up for sale. Now, he is on 350 grand a week, so not many clubs can afford that. So we're going to have to lower the price down for him dramatically. So I'll put him half of what he's worth at 20 million. Put that up. And then finally, I did say finally before, but I meant finally this time. Lacazette. Now, Lacazette is wanted by Real Madrid. So I'm thinking if we put him up, let's see, 60 million. Now he's currently, so if it's say 51, and see what happens. So let's see if we get any buyers for any of them offers. So we've got 2 already. Social feed. Straight away, Gaijin, I think in the Chinese league. Yeah, Chinese league. They've come in 26 million. Boom. Out the door. Bye-bye, Xhaka. Real Madrid, 38 million. Wow, I thought Real Madrid would just bite the hand off and take the... But we'll go 52, see what they have. Right. And I did say at the beginning of the video, I did have a centre-back in mind. Atletico, and it's Stefan Savić, if I'm saying that right. He is wanted by Gaijin, the same people who are going to be buying Xhaka, fingers crossed. But he's a quality centre back, which we need. He's probably better than the ones we have at the moment. But we'll see if we can get him on a loan. So we'll make an offer, a loan offer. I'm sure we can cover his wages. Yeah, we can. So we'll cover his wages. He is 28, but considering what we've got on the pitch, we need sort of something like that. We'll put down 100 grand a week as in a loan fee, and then I want to put in an optional payment. So they're wanting 27. So say we go 25, I think. If you are watching this video and you think, oh, do you know what, who you should go for? Let me know. Drop a comment below. I need defenders. I need centre defenders. I need right backs, left backs, keepers, and a sort of. I need a box to box midfielder. I need the list just goes on. So grab a pen and paper. I also need like a defensive midfielder. I was thinking of Calvin Phillips at Leeds. See how much they want for him. Usually you can pick him up in Football Manager for around 20 million. So depending on what we get in and what we get out, we could go and get him. But yeah, let me know in the comments below what players you think I can get on frees and loans and transfers, and I'll definitely have a look at them for you, and I'll reply back to you. So we're making offer for Savić at the moment. And we'll just go through, see if we get any bites for any of the other players at the moment. There is one thing I am going to do. I am going to change the assistant manager. There's one person who I think can definitely, by me, definitely pull the rot out of Arsenal and bring these players in line. The likes of Guendouzi, Ozil, and his name is synonymous with Arsenal, synonymous with Manchester United. You probably know who I'm going to say, but I'll say it anyway. Roy Keane. Because the reason behind it is, and I'll just show you now. Roy Keane, he's unemployed by the way, so I don't have to play no fee. But his level of discipline is 20. And his determination is 19. So, probably the highest you can get for an assistant bar these levels. I'm not saying he's the best assistant, but what I'm saying is his level of discipline and his determination is really high, and that's what I want. So we're gonna approach Roy, and he definitely doesn't want to join us. So there you go. We're not going to be able to get Roy. I did think, oh, we'll get Roy, but that's not going to happen. So we may have to change that round a bit. Bit shocked by that, but given the history between Arsenal and United, it's probably the reason why. So let's have a look at this. So we're going to be doing missed training. I think if they miss training, a week's wait fine. Would be probably right. Gone AWOL 2 weeks, definitely. Multiple booking, we'll go half a week. As you can see, I want to be strict with this. Second booking, we'll go a week, and then finally straight red, we'll go a week. And we'll leave these all as default because they gradually, as they go down the second time, third time, and fourth time more, they go to 2 weeks, which is fine by me. So we'll confirm that, and we'll just go ahead in the game a little bit. Friendlies, I'm going to pass over to the assistant because I want to focus on the transfers, and then I'm also going to implement the tactics for us. So we'll just go into staff, responsibilities, match, and we'll click this delegate friendlies to the assistant manager. For now, we will come back to it, but obviously at the moment I want to make sure we're concentrating on what we need to do, as in defence wise and stuff like that. So it was difficult finding suitable clubs to accommodate Mesut Ozil wage demands, which I knew would be an issue straight away because many people, the same with Sanchez, he would be hard to get out. Transfer listing the players major encourage interest from the clubs. Mustafi also failed to attract any offers. Didn't. That's no surprise to me. So let's see what Ozil says when we tell him he wants him to leave. He's happy to do that. Happy days. And then Mustafi again. He's happy to do that. So got 2 players there up for sale who will get out. Hoping we can get rid of him. But we'll just have to see. So Real Madrid have come back. So they've offered 41 million plus add-ons, 12 monthly installments, 2 installments, sorry, of 550 grand each, totaling 1.1, and a total of 42 million. I think Lacazette's worth more than that, so I am going to reject it. On the principle, I think we can get a lot more money for him, so we'll have to wait and see. So we'll put Sacco in the first team because I think he will be a good thing. And also I'm going to have a look through Arsenal's youth because they have a really good youth system, Arsenal. I think we can definitely have a look at a few players we can promote from there to the first team. So Lacazette's a bit annoyed how we didn't let him go to Real Madrid, but we're going to tell him why that. Finances weren't right. 53. I'm willing to accept offers for 53 million. As we said, that's the sort of are going 53 and above. So let's see if Real Madrid come back for him. And Zidane is determined to secure Lacazette's signature. So let's have a talk to the squad. I'd like to introduce myself, blah blah blah. Yep. And we'll go for Europa League because I don't think this squad at the moment can push for Champions League. But we'll see what they say when we say Europa League. They're happy with that. That's the reaction. Code of conduct. That's a great response. So happy days. So let's have a look at transfers. We'll leave that as it is. We won't create a tactic just yet. We'll have a look at transfers. So at the moment, we've got Savić on a loan. They're debating whether to let us get him on a loan. And then Xhaka is potentially going out for 26 million, and we'll have to see how much we get money from the board from that. So what I'll do at this point, I'll just go ahead a little bit, and I'll come back to you once I've sold the player, or I'll let you know where it is because it may be a while. So I'll come back to you in just a second. All right. We have an update. Number one, Granit Xhaka deal fell through. They offered him less money than he was on at Arsenal, and for a Chinese league club, pretty weird. Secondly, our offer for Stefan Savić has been accepted, but they wanted us to buy him, so we've had to buy him for 27 million, which I don't mind because it's at the end of the season, so we should have the money by then. And he is a much better defender than with what we've got at the moment. Now, there is a lot of interest in Lacazette. Real Madrid are interested in him, so potentially he could be another one to go. But we have made a loan offer for this guy. If I'm saying his name right, if I'm saying it wrong, I don't care because I can't pronounce it. It's Sergio Kristofov. He plays for Shakhtar. He's 28. He's a centre defender, and he's quite cheap for as in loan. I did a lot of searching in the loan market. He's the only player I could find that we could get. Don't know why, but Arsenal, God, they're so hard to find players for that what come. But yeah, and I potentially could have found our new assistant manager. Arsenal fans, if you are watching this, you know what I'm about to say. You'll probably like it, but his name begins with D, last name begins with B. I'll say it, Dennis Bergkamp. I'm going to put an offer in for him now to be our assistant manager, and I think that would be a perfect fit for us. I was going to go for Roy Keane, as you did see, but obviously it doesn't want to come because of the rivalry between Manchester United and Arsenal. But Bergkamp, I think, would be a quality assistant manager, just because of obviously his attacking prowess and stuff like that, and I think he would benefit clubs immensely. An old great, so we'll put an offer in for him and see whether he will come. So he wants the under 23 role, but we'll change that. We'll go coaching, assistant manager, and see what he says. Assistant manager. I'm going to go with that. I'm not even going to knock it, just because he's, I want him. So we'll just go finalise and we'll take him. So Bergkamp, assistant manager, tick off the list. Defender, Savić, tick off the list. Second defender on loan, not the best, tick off the list. So we've got our star defender in. We haven't got anyone out yet, but we have got a lot of interest coming in. So we can get players out. Maybe Mustafi may have to go out on loan with an option to buy, as in Savić comes in with an option to buy on loan. So that may be an option for us. Now, going forward, the midfield, I do think we do need a central defend sort of CDM, something like that. I don't think Torreira is the best player for it, and I do think Calvin Phillips would be a good signing for Arsenal, because I think he's a quality player. And me saying that as a United fan, I do think he is a good player, and I don't know why no one has gone for him in the Premier League. So training Subra, who is our current manager, Steve Round, assistant manager, should I say. Do you want to move him, Sakiros? I can't pronounce it. I'm not going to. Central defender, David Luiz, ball playing. Yeah, I don't know what David Luiz. he should have central defender, midfielder, striker, winger, centre back, left back, right back, and goalkeeper, because he just does everything. Not saying he's good at it, but he just does everything. Thinking he's good at it, should I say? And we'll just go to the rest of the recommendations for now. Also, another update, tactics wise. Let's have a look. So we've gone for the 4-3-3 DMY custom tick attacker, and I just think this will suit us better because of our attacking prowess and having the two midfield. So like we'll have like Torreira, someone else, and don't know yet, maybe Nathan Niles or someone like that. And then obviously that's CDM, that defensive midfielder. May even get Matic from United on loan. He's on loan obviously in Football Manager. They always put him up for loan. In real life he's actually playing okay. Or we might get Calvin Phillips on a loan with an option to buy, and obviously then the fence. So we'll just leave that as it is. So let's see if we can get Savić in. He has accepted the offer, but as everyone knows, that can change and we might not get him. So we've got some of the contracts that are ending. Yeah, not going to really look at that. I mean, they're not the best look. Math Mesa, Ben Sheaf, yeah, they're not the best. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna extend his offer, and these are all pretty rubbish. But as people know, Arsenal have a decent youth set up, so we may be able to get anything. So as you can see, there's our summary of our transfer activity. Loan. Dennis Bergkamp as our new assistant manager. I may even be tempted. We have got obviously like Al Neni and Mkhitaryan out on loan, and obviously William Saliba to come in. There's a lot of, I would say, praise for this guy from Arsenal fans, but given the French league, there's only one team in La One, however you say it, which is PSG. It's not the best. What I would say is it's a little bit better than the Scottish League, and as in Scottish League, I mean there's only Celtic up there. Rangers, they're not the best. Sorry, Rangers fans, if you are watching, but to me, it's not the best league. There is only two teams at the moment. There's only one, which is obviously Celtic. Usually there's two with Rangers. Obviously Rangers are building, but at the moment it's just Celtic. As in France, there's only one team, PSG, and obviously you have like Monaco, Lyon, and Marseille and stuff. But it's just PSG all the time who win it, and it's boring. That's why the Premier League, best league in the world, you don't know who's going to win it. Like Leicester won it. So, getting back to the question, yeah, he comes in next season. Whether he's going to be good or not, I don't know. But we can't take the risk on waiting on him to see whether he will be. So we need to obviously get defenders in, which we're trying to. And what I was going to say is we may, given what we get in throughout the transfer window and getting sales and stuff like that, we may have to ask for more money to get more players. But I don't want to, but we may come to that. So let's see where we can get Savić in and see where we can get up to by the end of this episode. So an application for a work permit for surgery has been submitted. So that's going okay. We've just signed a new under 18s physio from Middlesbrough. That's okay. We may even look at like Jude Bellerin from Birmingham, see if we can get him in a loan and have a look at the Championship players because there's some decent ones down there. Bert Leno, I am struggling to find a keeper. If anyone knows a decent keeper, drop them in the comments below and let me know. As you can see, this guy, he's currently operating at a good Premier League level, will be a very good signing. I think he would be better. He's better defending than what we've got, all of our defenders. So that's why I went for him. I know him because I've played at a game a lot. Some people might say, oh, he's not good or anything like that. But I think for our stuff, what we've got, he's miles better than what we've got at the moment. And obviously Christoph, he's only 2 stars, but he is on loan, so we can get rid of him. So let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, I forgot to drop it in the beginning. If you are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can catch my next episode of this. And also, I am currently doing a Leeds save and a Newcastle United save. So you could always, once you finish watching this, I'll leave a link up below, above. You might see it now. of the Leeds United save and also the Newcastle United save, go give them a watch. Click the subscribe button, drop some likes, drop some comments, let me know, and then we can all build a community together. So let's have a look at what we're going to get in. Hopefully, we can get Savić by the end of this episode. So Bergkamp, he's accepted the offer, and obviously we need to pay Steve round off, which is going to cost us 1.7 million. I'm not really bothered. I want Bergkamp, so we'll just get rid of him, and it's cost us 1.1. A little bit less than they suggested, but yeah. More interest for Lacazette, and I think this might be different. And what's that saying there? And could see the likes of Jovic sweat over their long-term futures at the club. And now I know they've only just signed him, so he may be someone. If we sell Lacazette, we could get him in on loan. So let's have a look at Lacazette. I mean, it's Real Madrid and Chelsea, so there's two now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put him back up for 52 and see what interest we get. I'm hoping Chelsea will just offer us a full whack, but they're not. So Bergkamp, quality signer. I think personally, as assistant manager, he's 50. He's synonymous with Arsenal, synonymous with Ajax, and he's just a quality assistant manager for us. And obviously, he puts us on. So they're only offering 31 million. But I don't think that's enough. I'd easily think Lacazette is worth, in the game, 50. Real life, maybe 40. But I'm going to reject it. I think he's worth more. So, Bergkamp, yeah, very excited. And how do you think? How important do you think it is to have people who have served the team so well like Bergkamp? Oh, couldn't be happier, because I think that is perfect for what we're building at Arsenal. We're ripping all the old out, putting some of the old good stuff in, and our new stuff in. And also, we need to get a decent depth in this squad if we're going to go long in the Europa League, because there's a lot of games and we need quality and not just crap as Arsenal have had. We need quality players. As I'm going up through this, you may be thinking, what is he on about? You don't even know about Arsenal or anything like that. Let me know. If you think you know a player who do better, let me know in the comments below. On this video, I am trying to get 5 likes for this new series I'm promoting. I don't know whether it's going to do good, whether it's going to do bad, I don't know. But if you can drop a like, comment, subscribe, fantastic. So, let's have a look. Savić move delayed due to Tuesday the 9th of July. So we're on 5th now. So let's get to 9th and see whether we get him. I'm sure they'll say yeah, because obviously he's quite. I think he was a regular starter or a squad player at Atletico. So I'm hoping you might see I'm not doing the pre-season. I'm letting Bergkamp take over that, because I'm concentrating solely on players in and out of the club. But tactics will come into their own. We will gradually get better as we improve the squad's quality and depth. But we need to get the players in first. So let's get to that Tuesday the 9th and see what we can do, because I think once we get him in, it may open the floodgates of us getting players in. We are going to get a few loan players in. I have been looking at a few. Midfielder, right back, and this was one of them, Deulofeu. Now, you might think, why isn't he a winger or anything like that? Obviously, if Lacazette goes, we may need to get him, but because I've used Deulofeu in previous saves on my own, off not my channel, and I think he's an alright player. You can pick him up quite cheap, as you can see. So we've got him there. This was recommended by the scouts, and he's quite cheap for sure, but I don't know. We'll put him on the shortlist for now and see what we can happen. But Florian Bulgen signed a new contract. Let's look at this kid. Wow, that's quite good. 2 stars potential. This is what I mean about Arsenal. They've got such a good youth setup. I think it's really good, really good. Like up there with United's, Barcelona's and stuff. I think they've got a really good youth setup, and that's down to Wenger. Really, I think Wenger, when he was there, invested a lot. Wanted the club to invest a lot in the youth and the facilities. Arsenal, and I've been to the Emirates once, Mint Stadium. quality stadium. I really like it. Obviously, I know a lot of Arsenal fans will say, "Oh, it's overpriced now," but I think it's a nice stadium. And moving from to North London, obviously where Tottenham and stuff like that, it's quality. But I think it is really nice stadium. Obviously, Tottenham have got their new stadium. I've not been to that one yet because of obviously the COVID-19, but I do like the Emirates. It's a really nice stadium. And as in with United Stadium, they need to do it up. It's been lacking for a few years. Get the Bobby Charlton stand sorted out, get it up at 2 tiers like Stretford End, but get a little bit off subject there. So training camp, it's in England, and I've auto selected to bring in the youth players because I think we're going to use a few of them throughout the season. But yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. So we're coming up to that Tuesday. Do you know what? I'm not even going to appeal that because I don't think, looking at what he was only 44 recommendation. I'm sure we can get a better one. So we'll cancel that one. Frees up a little bit money wise. Tuesday's here nearly. Fingers crossed we get him, Savić. 27 million at the end of the season, loan for the season with the option to buy, like I say, for 27 million. He would be the first of my signings that, yes, happy days. Right, so he's, as I can see from the top, ask assistant to do them for now, and we'll come back to that. So yeah, so they've put the permit in. He's got it for his duration of his contract, and we're gonna get him. So we're paying 200 grand a month, which you might think shit's a lot. Yeah, 74 grand a week, which is a full wage, and mandatory fee at the end of the season for 27 million. I think that's a good, considering what Arsenal have got at the moment. He's a very good sign as it is, and I think he's better than what Arsenal have got. My plan is to get rid of Mustafi to free up some cash and stuff, but we're going to confirm the deal and get him into the club, and we've got our number one target, as in our defence wise. So there we go. So they only paid 8.75 million, which I'm not really bothered about. We'll give them a number. We'll auto that number, 32. We'll get him in a squad registration as well. Where is there? Savić, there he is. And as you can see, there's a little bit of interest. Wanted by 11 clubs, Mustafi. I think they're all loans. We'll have a look now. Scout them, because you never know. You might pick up a wonder kid. Probably thinking, no, you won't. Yeah, you probably won't, but yeah, and we'll have a look. So where we go in? Mustafi. He's wanted by 11 clubs, and they're all loans. But I mean, I've got him up for 16.75. I think, right, 16.5, and what we'll do is throw a bit of wage in, and that might draw up a little interest. We'll throw in 20 grand a week, 16.5 million. You might be thinking, wow, what is he doing? But we need to get rid of him. We need some cash coming in, and one of the proven ways I've found in the past is to get players out of the club, throw some wage contributions at him and lower the price, and usually clubs buy it and buy him, but we'll see whether anyone does. So let's have a look at what we've done at the moment. So we've got our new defender in. We'll go to team report for this. So we've got a new defender in, Savić. He goes in there with the best start 11. So as you can see, like I say, he is a decent centre back. The weaknesses of the squad is obviously, well, there's weaknesses overall, everything. We've only got 3.8 million left in the bank. We're hoping to get a few players in, and we'll change that. There isn't a great deal of depth outside the first team. I'm aware of that. Hoping to get a few loan signings and a few players in. Could do more at left back. That again, loan signings and players. And then obviously finally keeper and the midfielder, where we've got Granit Xhaka. We want to replace that and make it better. So at the moment, that's going to just be it for this episode. It's not a really in-depth episode of getting players or anything like that. The next one will be. But yeah, I mean, I'm liking how it's going at the moment. The player we've got in on loan. But as I said earlier in the video, let me know your suggestions for players who you think can improve the squad. And given in mind we only have 3.8 million, so it's going to have to be frees, loans, or loans to buys or anything like that. Or even you could think of players to get for 3.8 million. but if you do, I'll be gladly to give you a mention on the next video. But like I say, that is the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you are new to my channel. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know where you are actually in the world when you're watching the video. If you drop a comment and say I'm watching in America, Japan, Australia, let me know. I want to know who I'm reaching out to. But thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.